welcome back to my channel. Today is a really special day. I was gonna say exciting day, but a really special day because I'm going to see the film Tar. It's about a female conductor, so shout out to that. And the other thing that's really cool is I'm gonna have the theater all to myself. A studio connected with the marketing company, and they basically set this all up. So I'm gonna be able to see the film all by myself. The theater's gonna be all, you know, empty. My friend is coming with me though, because it would be kind of weird being there like completely alone. So my friend's coming with me, but the movie has had really great reviews. It premiered at the Venice Film Festival. Kate Blanchett is a star of the film, and I'm just so excited to see a female conductor on screen. So we're gonna get a couple bites to eat first, because I don't like to be hungry in the movie theaters, and then we're gonna go see the film.
And it's
Pretty chill.
yeah, it's pretty chill.
We're at the movies now. Okay, so I don't like to be cold in the movies, so I had to bring a sweatshirt, and I'm dressed obviously really comfortably. But this is my Christmas extended merch. Get into the butterfly design. Also, it has the track list on the back from the EP. And yeah, this is available on my website at miaimani.com. You know, shameless plug. But yeah, I thought it would be a good day to wear, you know, my orchestra piece on the back. We're going to see a movie about an orchestra, so couldn't have planned it better. Let's go see the movie.
Okay, cool. You see my manager right over there? They're gonna guide you over to Theater 7.
Okay. Wakanda forever. Look. Hi. All right, so we're here. We made it to the right place, and I just asked her. I was like, "We want to get some snacks because we're running a little late." And she was like, "I was like, well, what can we do? We want to get some snacks." I was like, "Are they going to start the movie right at 12?" And then she was like, "No, they're holding it for you." Didn't she say that? She was like,
we're gonna wait.
She was like, "We're gonna wait until you're ready. They're just waiting." So let's get our snacks popping.
Top this off right here.
Spilt the popcorn. He's getting us some more. Popcorn.
11:22. I see what they did there.
And then we're Theater 7. The front's too close, I feel like. Where should we sit? I don't know. Somewhere in the middle. Where would you say the best seat is?
Somewhere in the middle, yeah.
I like this, yeah.
Yeah, I would say about there.
Row E.
Alright, just give me 1 second to get it started for you.
Thank you.
No problem.
Gonna do a full recline. Okay, I had to run out here really quickly because we were seeing straight credits, and I was like, this seems like it might be wrong. So yeah, hopefully they're gonna fix it. Okay, so I'm back home. I didn't record my initial reaction in the parking lot because it was really windy. It's 8:40 now. The movie started around 12, a little after, and it was about a 2.5-hour movie. I just want to say that this video is not sponsored, but I want to give a shout out to Focus Features for setting everything up for me to go and see this film privately what an experience. 10 out of 10 recommend. I was able to like talk loudly whenever I wanted to and we could like talk to each other throughout the movie, except for moments where I was like, okay, I need to focus, because like I said, this movie is so full of detail. You will miss something on your first watch unless you go and you do nothing but stare at the screen, and like you have to be so focused. So when you're the way things happen in the film, you get like distracted because you're like, oh wait, something they say will make you think about all these other things, and then by the time you thought of all those things, you're like the scene is ending. So that's why I'm gonna have to go watch it again. But there's a lot to unpack here. First of all, I think Cate Blanchett did a phenomenal job portraying the character. It wasn't what I was expecting in so many ways. I mean, down to the plot and everything that kind of happened. I won't get too much into that. I want you to go look at it for yourself. Yeah, I think it was beautifully portrayed, and yeah, there was so much that I wasn't expecting. So I will first of all say, be careful and do your own research about the film, because there are some sensitive topics and things that occurred in the film. So, you know, it's a sensitive thing, and so I don't want to get into all of it, but do your own research. There's some sensitive things, and it's individual by individual, but definitely check into that before going to see the film. But the things that were being brought up, I think, are important topics, and so to see that brought to the forefront, I was really, it was something I had to sit and think about too. One thing I can talk about a little bit is the idea of composers such as Bach, who was brought up in the movie, and this question of should we be playing them, should we hold these composers on a pedestal given their personal lives. So obviously they were musical heroes, but in their personal lives, were they doing what they needed to do, basically? That was a big question, not only for the composers of the past, but also, and the artists of the past, but also the title character, Tar. So, and that kind of loops what I was talking about earlier as far as doing your own research. Yeah, that was something I wasn't prepared for, and it took me by surprise, and it's like, wow, these are conversations that are relevant in so many different fields and different industries, but I feel like it's something that can sometimes be maybe swept under the rug in the classical music industry. So to see it brought to the big screen in this way was like, oh, okay, let's talk about it. So that's why I would love to know if you guys want to hear some more of my thoughts on these things. So please leave a comment after you see the film, or even if you've already seen it, or you just have questions in general. I'm going to take all that into account if I film another video. Going back to the attention to detail, one thing I was really impressed with was them incorporating things that kind of people in the classical world would know and just appreciate. So John Cage was brought up in the very first scene, which was like, okay, we're coming out the gate with it. John Cage was a composer that wrote this piece and premiered it in 1952, and it was called 4 minutes and 33 seconds. And it's a piano piece, where the performer goes on stage and they sit in silence for 4 minutes and 33 seconds. And there's even a score, like a physical score, where it's marked in there in a way that lets the performer know they need to basically sit there in silence. It has tacit written, which is silent, means silence. So look, check out the piece there. I'm sure you can find YouTube clips of it. I'll link one as well. So yeah, that was really cool to have that reference in the movie. It's in the very first scene. She's being interviewed in front of an audience of people, a one-on-one interview, and she mentions Cage, and she kind of brings up silence. So it's kind of an inside joke to people who know that piece. So look out for that when you go see it. This film was something I wasn't expecting, which I think is always so cool with a film, especially one about something that you're very interested in, and for me that's classical music. So it keeps you on your toes. There's some suspense in it for sure. Just do your research. Like I said, there's some sensitive topics that are brought up in the film, so do your research. I don't want to spoil it though, so yeah, I'm just gonna give you little bits and pieces, but let me know in the comments what you think when you go and see the movie, or what you're thinking just from the trailer, because I want to cover that in the next video that I do, or one of the next videos that I do. On your first view, just try to take it all in, and yeah, let me know what you think. All right, I'm gonna wrap this video up. Just a reminder to subscribe and like this video for more, and I will see you in the next video.